The Nigerian government, through the National Bureau of Statistics, has announced that 130 million Nigerians are poor, which represents 63% of the nation's population. According to the 2022 Multidimensional Poverty Index survey released in Abuja yesterday, poverty index is mostly experienced in rural areas, especially in the north, with women and children being the most affected.
Well, the NBS said the multidimensional way of understanding poverty has been helpful in highlighting beyond monetary income-based poverty measurements the stark realities of poverty in each state and across the 109 senatorial districts across. It added that the incidence of monetary poverty is lower than the incidence of multidimensional poverty across most states, where 40.1% of people are poor. According to the survey, over 50% of children across the country are affected by poverty. Olive.
Wow.
Poverty is indeed real. And one of the statements made by this research is that 6 out of 10 people are poor. And what was used as a measure or as a guide to ensure that they got to this point, they looked at health, they looked at infrastructure, they looked at education, they looked at all of that and put it together, and they saw that this is the biggest challenge.
It's really scary to think, Joe, that the reports also further show that 70% of Nigerians lived in rural communities. So for those who are living in the urban areas, in some of the maybe in the commercial cities, so for example, those in Lagos living in Lekki Phase 1, Victoria Island, that does not represent the population of what is actually in Lagos. And for those living in Abuja, living in the urban areas, so 70% live in the rural areas. And basically these statistics, like you mentioned, there were 2 areas or 3 key areas that were looked at, right? It's not just monetary policy. We're not just looking at money, but monetary policy was one of the things that was looked at. So monetary poverty rather was looked at, education was looked at, and basic amenities were also involved. And in all of this, we have fallen short, and Nigerians have come out lacking. 133 million is not a joke out of a country that's basically 63%. The question is, what are the projections for the next year? How exactly is the government planning to rescue Nigerians? Because what happens is when there is poverty, crime thrives. People are looking for a means to survive, and they will do anything to be able to put food on their table. Another thing that it shows also is there is a breach.
But we're certain that in the course of our programming, you would get more insight into that report.